It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Weston going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
1st down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Texans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for him. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
24 is the mic. Let's go.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Stays on his feet. And Madison hit, and the ball passed free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On third down, it's Hunter. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach? And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll run it with Hunter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check.
To throw on 2nd down, Weston. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, 24 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw. Weston. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunter. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Texans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Texans' 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, Abby.
Looking to throw. Weston. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
24 is the mic.
Back to throw. Weston. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
43-yard line.
Now a give to Madison. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Switch.
Hunter. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Weston. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, it's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at the 22.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Play fake. Murray. That's caught left side by Hardman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. They run the counter. Harris powers by at the 40. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On the handoff, it's Madison. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Weston. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Toward the pylon, caught! Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again on the ground with Hunter. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Weston. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Oh, get him.
On 1st down, Weston. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Going on the ground with Madison. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, this is Madison, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We're going to run with Madison again, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You don't want to
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Danny. Mike's 54. Mike up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he works free. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Murray, quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And they run with Harris off the option. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Murray off play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Murray now. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 27 yards. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Weston. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Steelers 40.
They'll run with Madison. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Weston. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Madison running on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Weston rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown. McCann now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49, Texans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw on 2nd down, Weston. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 49. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.